Hello. You ever wonder what's going on at the Norfolk Senior Center for the month of February? Well, that's why we're here today. My name is Richard Connors from the Norfolk Council on Aging Board, and with me is my co-host, Norma Shruhan, who is the Executive Director of the Norfolk Council on Aging. Hello, Norma.
Hi.
I said it all, didn't I?
You did.
I changed the opening because, I
Get
was
bored.
getting bored. With us, of course, is our guru, Katie Woodhams, and she puts up with us, puts us together, microphones
She had a
and
dress
all of
in
that
today.
stuff.
How do you think?
And she
Did a good job.
It's good. You see, we have to have a keeper. At least I do at this stage of my life. So we're here to talk about the Silver Set Gazette, November 2013. It's a wonderful little document. It's
February.
a newsletter that goes out.
February.
Did I say February?
I think he said November, didn't he? Oh, the holidays. Now.
You see, folks, we don't normally do
No,
this in
we
the
don't.
afternoon. I'm usually
Napping.
I'm usually napping at this time, and obvious, I guess it is. Anyhow, let's talk about February. November's too far away.
That's
We'll just ignore it. Pardon me, folks, for that goof. What do you want to talk about?
If I hadn't said anything, probably no one would have noticed.
Oh, no, I got people who notice. Believe me,
Really?
they notice.
I have people that watch too.
I know. and
From
some-
other towns.
From other towns. Franklin?
Franklin.
Wow.
Yeah. My brother's in Franklin, and like I told you before, instead of visiting, he watches
Oh, sure,
me on
this
TV.
is considered a visit. He doesn't have to listen to your side, just says, I saw you on TV. Not bad. No, I've got a cadre of folks who, number one, congratulated us on our 10th anniversary of this Silver Set Gazette.
I can't believe it's been that long, but we
10
started
years.
right back in that little shop on 1A.
The old Shady Nook building, we called it in those days. And Paul Gurton, who is now sunning it in Florida, he was our guru at that stage. Have we broken in any other gurus? Yes, Andrew. Anyone else?
I don't think so.
That's why they don't come back, you see. Because but we're holding Katie.
Yes.
She's got to stay here.
She's got to.
So thank you to all those folks that let us know that you were pleased and wished us another 10.
And a lot of things
Let's
have
see, that'll
happened
make me
since.
106, so I guess another
No, but a
10.
lot of things have happened since then.
Haven't they?
We have a new senior center.
It's true.
In the lower level has been finished.
Yeah.
The outside has been finished on the senior center.
Isn't that something? And you and I become good friends? Well. The pressure of this thing. No more afternoons, Katie. Don't even suggest any more afternoons. Hey, listen, something new is going on at the Senior Center, and that is breakfast at 8:30 every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Isn't that something?
It is. And different people are doing it, so it's different
All
all the time.
volunteers?
All volunteers. We have from casseroles to pancakes and we had an interesting one last Tuesday. It had lots of cheese in it and egg, and it had chili. And it was served with
Chili?
salsa. And it was really tasty. It really
I thought it was gravy over biscuits.
Oh, no, that's
something
that's
else.
in February.
That's in February, of course.
This was
How
last
silly of me.
Tuesday.
I better read
And,
this.
and eggs are going to go with that.
I know it. The young lady that is going to do it asked me how I cook my eggs, but I ain't telling.
I told.
You did?
I did.
You squealer.
You didn't tell me not to tell.
So it starts off on the 5th with George and Peg, who are going to do eggs, muffins, and fruit. How?
The egg McMuffins, you know how.
Oh, egg, like your brother did for us one time.
At the Fin Fur and Feather.
And then Beth and I are going to do the number one breakfast. This is truly the number one breakfast.
In their eyes.
For eggs and bacon. People come from miles around. Okay, and the 19th is even a better breakfast because there isn't one.
There isn't one because we're having a program in nutrition.
Nutrition.
And we're having someone come, and she's going to give a little lecture, and then she's going to cook in the kitchen.
Oh, no kidding.
So we're going to eat what we cook, and everyone's going to be welcomed
Fantastic.
into the kitchen to go
Excellent.
along with it.
And then, here's the biscuits and gravy on Tuesday the 26th. So if you're a a member of the Friends of the Norfolk Council on Aging, all of these breakfasts only cost you $1 each. If that's not a bargain, I don't know what is a bargain. You get tons of food.
Oh, certainly.
And while you're having breakfast, you look out the window, see what the groundhog is going to do.
Yeah, hopefully he,
He's going to say it's going to be another mild.
another
super
mild.
nice.
Yeah.
Today, they were filming this, taping this, is beautifully mild. It's
getting
started
cool,
off
though.
at 55, it's dropping down, but even a relief from the 2 degrees.
I know.
And by the way, there is a fuel assistance program that is run out of the senior center, and people are using it. We believe that there's probably more people that could be using it.
And just call. I mean, and then we'll have somebody call you and tell you all the information you have to gather.
Yeah. And
You
if
know?
you say, I don't want to do that, well, then at least you tried.
You tried. And
But-
it's just actually proving your income. That's actually
Yes.
what it really
Yeah.
is.
But boy, it's nice to be warm on those days when it's 2
Sure is,
degrees and
yeah.
not have to open the oven door and all
And then
that.
there's also the organization Norfolk Together.
Yes,
And we have applications here
good.
that you can stop by.
So don't be embarrassed by it. That's what it's there for, is to help
Right.
you out. So use it. Whist party on the 22nd at 12:30.
Those are always fun.
Yes, good times are had by all. And that's well attended.
It is.
Good.
It is.
And there's prizes and everything. And if you'd like to renew your subscription to the Norfolk Council on Aging,
No to the friends.
friends, did I say friends? No, I did not.
I'm looking at Katie.
Today is the day that I'm going to
Because we don't
move words around and you figure it out on your own.
We don't collect money.
No,
The-
no,
you know,
God, cut my tongue out. We do not collect
The
money.
friends hold money.
That's why we have the Friends
that's
and
why
Bill
we have
Crane
the
and all those nice
friends,
folks.
and they are wonderful.
They get the loot.
That's why they can have breakfast for $1, and we
And
can
lunches
have
and all
lunches
the
for
things we're gonna talk
$3,
about.
and pay for trips if they get a little
Yeah.
expensive. And we're just very fortunate to have.
Yes, we
them.
are. They're a
We're
great
very-
group.
They are.
And they're working to help out all the seniors. Pardon me. But if you want to join them, financially, it's $3 a person, $5 a couple. But then again, once you join, you can go to those breakfasts for $1 instead of $3 or whatever it might be charged. So just fill that in, drop it off, and there you go. Now, do you want to list the activities for January? Since
You afraid?
this says January, but it really doesn't mean January.
And
does
I
it?
told you not to tell everyone
Oh,
about
I'm
that
sorry.
mistake, and you are going right ahead and doing it anyway.
Well, I figured I got to cover the 2 that I've made already if it's only down to 2. If it got any worse, I was going to have you read, and I'd say, oh, yes, that's good. So let's talk about activities for February.
February.
You're right. So bingo on Mondays, well attended, having a lot of fun.
They are. That's the whole thing is having fun
Yep.
and being with people, and they always have goodies to eat.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Don't touch their goodies, though.
Well,
If you're walking by and if those goodies are reserved for them, they'll cut your arm off. Man, oh man,
well,
are they tough.
if after they've had them.
Oh, yes, after they've had their
they'll
fill.
let you. But you have plenty of goodies downstairs with your poker games.
Yes, yes, but I mean, you got to eat upstairs and downstairs to be
Sociable.
A lot of that homemade stuff is. Yes, Janet Previtt makes them, and Rosemary makes them real good homemade type food.
Yeah.
I bring biscottis. I tell them I cook them, but they don't
They
believe
don't
me because
believe-
they're
I
in that
wouldn't.
plastic thing. Okay, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1. That's Intro to Bridge. And we have some folks out here playing,
playing
bridge in the
bridge
other
now.
room. We're trying not to disturb them because they have to concentrate.
They really do. That's one game you have to remember your cards, and
Yeah, it is. Huh? I don't play bridge.
I don't either, but that's what they tell me.
You're a good listener, you know that?
I try.
And the computer tutorial. Kevin Gleason is, how's he doing? Any word on
Good.
Kevin?
They're going to.
Is he coming along?
In next month's issue, I have already done March, and I did change it to. I made
Did you?
sure.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
It says
That-
February? No.
Yeah, it's just March.
Oh, I see.
That they're going to do something on cable TV in Norfolk Cable, and
That would be super. Are you going involved in that, Katie? Yeah.
and it's like introduction to
Oh, do I need
computers.
that?
and then they'll advance as things go on. So it sounds like, I don't know if there are any times yet or anything. There aren't any times, but I put in the March to watch,
We'll
the
have to keep
cable
on
and
top
to
of
get
that.
the
Would be
times.
a great service to a lot of folks,
It would
me
be.
included,
It would be.
and my wife included. I hope he goes slow.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
I think what I ought to do is tape it on my little T-Bow or whatever it is
That might be a good
and
idea.
play it over and over. A one-shot deal.
I think they're going to be playing it each segment over and over anyway.
Are they playing this show very often?
This show?
Yeah. Nobody knows. Well,
They must be.
they know
because
they're showing it in
people-
Franklin.
I know they show it in Rentham. My daughter Rentham to watch it.
Okay, rent them. Oh, because you've got kids and people all over the place. Well, that's great, and it's good to see Kevin is able to do that, because he had a little trouble for a while there with some health. Clever Crafters, I understand that's a riot.
It is.
They have a great time.
They're loud.
They're
But
loud.
that's good. It's good to hear happy noises.
What do they do? Just a little bit of everything?
I think they do a lot of talking. And the latest project, because they were doing the Zentangle, and then they were doing sweatshirts. They've done that.
Yeah, I remember that.
And now it's sort of like a quilted picture that they're doing. There must be a name for it, but I don't know what it is. But it's like a scene. You've got the sky and you've got mountains. It's like, and it's small. It's not even as big as this paper, probably half the size.
They're making
And
it? Is that what?
they do, and it's sort of like quilting, and it's like 8 pieces of material. And it's sort of put together so it matches, like some of the people, I don't know where they got the material, but they had a material, it was blue and it looked like it was fireworks in the sky. So that was their sky, and others had snowflakes. One lady had a
Wow.
piece of material that looked like lightning was going through. So she made hers more like, a scene with rain, and she had 3 mountains. Then they had an area with water, and then they had 3 land. Some people had a bright sky, and then their land with flowers, and in between it.
My
kind of-
goodness.
It was really kind of fun to watch, and
I
they
guess.
would put a matting around it. The matting is what made the picture.
Huh.
And they all had a good time with that.
So if you have some ideas about this kind of thing, you bring them over and they give it a
yeah,
shot.
yeah.
Wow, isn't that
And,
great, huh?
They have fun along with it. And at 4 o'clock, I have to flick the lights.
Hey, get out, get out.
It's 4 o'clock. I want to go home.
Like in a bar. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Is that Monica who is,
Monica started it.
yeah.
But now you've got, you have Bev Ross. She was
Oh, yeah.
doing
Nice
the
gal.
Zentangle.
Yeah.
Liz Davies was doing a
Oh, super.
sweatshirt kind of thing. And if I can think of Bill Crane's, was Sue Crane. She was doing the picture, the quilted picture
how
thing.
about that?
And,
We have some clever folks in this
and
town.
when I need crafts done, I'll say, well, I need a little craft for the Valentine party or
Yeah.
whatever. They'll do
They'll
it.
do it. I like that.
So it's not so much craft things that they do. It's just things that you can actually use. Because I've got enough little doohickeys around the house, But some people did that Zentangle and gave them as Christmas presents.
Wow.
Because you put them, it's done in black and white, and you put them in a black frame, and they're really stunning.
Ah, how about
You know,
that?
but,
Well, one of these days, we're going to have to film that, a little bit of that, so we can show the world what we're talking
You'd
about.
have to do it on a Tuesday at 1, though. That's when
That's
they
okay. We can work it out.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, mentioning that, we could use someone who would like to be trained by Norfolk Community TV
Mm-hmm.
to do some filming of various projects. See, you could film a project like that. You could film a project like that and introduce it into this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So the call is out. If anybody, and they get well trained, they can do their own, then they can go home and do the family. Thanksgiving, Christmas, well, we don't care, right? I mean, they can borrow cameras from the, is that yes?
Yeah, as long as they show it on our station.
Yeah, they can
They
borrow
have to show it
cameras.
on the station. Oh, they could. That would be nice to show off your
do
family.
we really, it's like seeing your home movies. When you go to someone's house, they say, hey, have you seen our movies of Thanksgiving?
I get Christmas cards like that. I don't. I just hardly even met these people. Do you get Christmas cards like that? The whole history of
I
the
do.
year?
Yeah, I do.
And not that I don't appreciate. That sounds really bad.
You know,
that
no, I
complain.
understand what you're saying.
But
They
I don't
don't
know who they're
understand what you're
talking
saying.
about
I understand what you're saying.
because you get them too.
Yes.
Haven't a clue who they're talking about.
Speaking of maps and sort of thing, Barbara Evans is over here putting together a crazy jigsaw puzzle of the town of Norfolk.
Yes, and I guess you can get these from National Geographic, I
Oh,
do
really?
believe, that you send away, and it's the Ray's house is the center point.
Oh, no kidding.
Because it was given to Betty Ray for Christmas. Someone gave it to her, and that's the center point. And then from there, it goes out.
Oh, wow.
And because if you know where the streets are, you sort of know, but they kind of, it goes into Walpole a little bit. And,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
something. No,
yeah, so it is kind
and the
of,
one they did at Christmas, that gigantic one that's there. Whew. This one is such little pieces.
I know.
Ooh.
I know, and you can hardly see the streets.
It's a good way of tormenting yourself. You know what I mean? And there's no pain necessarily involved. Okay, how about, we got something coming up in Cribbage, huh? Big deal.
Yeah, it's going on now.
And
And
we're not doing so hot.
I think we're in third place, 1 point out of last. We're not in last place,
I thought
so
you were
that's
going to
good.
say 1 point out of first. I don't know that you necessarily had to say 1 out of last.
But yeah,
it's being held here.
It's being held here, and it's for 6 weeks.
Yep.
We've into 2 weeks now, and it's kind of fun to have other people from different towns. I knew some of the people when I worked at Kendall, and some of them, Franklin
sure.
now, and they're working. So it's like a reunion. And,
Good.
You know.
And they're all very impressed with this building.
They are. And matter of fact, they stay after it's over, and they'll play cards and spill coffee and have a good time. Yeah.
Well, we love to show this place off because it
We
is
do.
the best around. No question.
Trouble is, it's getting a little small for us now.
We're getting a lot of action.
Especially on Thursdays, I had to ask the yoga class, instead of meeting on Thursday mornings, they meet twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays, if they would mind moving to Friday just for these 6 weeks. So they don't mind because the watercolor went downstairs.
Yes.
And the regular people that come are downstairs. I didn't know where to put the library's too small.
Yeah, I suppose
There's that
it is,
many
yeah.
of them. There's that many of them now. But they didn't mind moving to Friday, so it worked
You know,
out.
at one time we said, it'd be nice if we had some more people. It's still true, but wow. The word is out that this is the place.
Yeah. And it only takes you to come. A lot of people, seniors say, I'm
I
not
know it.
old enough.
Forget
All
it.
they have to do is come once.
Once.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then they see young folks like you and me. We get folks from, what is that, up on the hill in Norfolk?
River's Edge.
River's Edge.
Uh-huh.
They come on over. There's a group of them. So they're all welcome. We really want to see it. And if we have to, we'll build an addition. Well, maybe.
Oh, I don't think the town fathers will like
I
to
don't
hear that.
think. I think we need a fire station more. But anyhow, Cybex exercise cycles are downstairs
And they're used all the time.
all the time. I see folks down there pedaling away. There's a couple of them down there, along with the pool table. So you can, if you're waiting to use the exercise cycle, you shoot a game pool. It's a great table, and in great shape. And game day is Wednesday afternoons, and every day and every time.
Yep.
People come anytime you want. Haircuts. What's the story on that?
Well, it's February 14th, and Valentine's Day.
Valentine's,
so
you get a
beautiful.
special. You put a heart.
Shave a heart.
Cut
in
your
the
hair,
back of your
shave a
head.
heart in the back of your head. It's better than a tattoo.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, okay.
But and just
Do you
call
have any
for anybody.
tattoos?
No.
No, me neither.
Do you?
Well, I'm a coward. I wouldn't be near a needle. Are you kidding me? You wouldn't get... He'd bring out the needle, I'd faint, and then they could tattoo me. But
That's
the
the rage,
only way it
though,
would
with
work.
the younger kids now.
I know, and women are tattooed. You see some of them on
Well,
TV,
it's okay
they're
if you put
loaded.
them on your arms, I suppose, but on
You
your
got them all over
face,
the arms, the legs, all over the... Woo!
we're old-fashioned.
I guess so. Huh?
Does Katie have any tattoos, do you think?
Do you have a tattoo, Katie?
See.
Not yet, she says.
Not yet.
She's waiting for the right guy so she can put
To
her
put his
name
name.
on her neck or something, so it'll be obvious.
You never should do that. What if you break up?
I know
How
it.
do
It's
you do
happened,
that?
you know. Of course, when we grew up, I mean, it was sailors who had too
tattoo.
much to drink and ended up with tattoos. But now it's very common. Can they take those off?
Oh, you can.
You can, huh?
It's painful, is what I hear.
Ooh, painful
Yeah.
on, painful off. Oh, no, thank you. But if you want to, go ahead. Okay, the Knitting Club. There's another good group.
Another fun group. They have a good time.
They do, don't they?
They do, yeah.
And they come up
And
with some
they've
great
made-
stuff.
I don't know. They told me the other day, was it over 2,000 hats that they have
2,000
made and
hats.
sent to Beth Israel Hospital.
Wear out
And-
needles betting doing that many, won't you?
But they're just having fun, and some people do it at home. It's not necessary that
Oh, sure.
they come here. They'll come and pick up some yarn, and then they'll go back, and they sit in front of the TV, whatever, and do them, and they'll bring in 5 or 6. But I couldn't imagine that we had made that many.
Wow.
And if Beth Israel can't use them for the younger kids, they send them over to Children's Hospital. So
Isn't that great, huh?
But they appreciate it very much. We always
I
are
bet they
getting
do.
letters.
I bet they
Getting
do.
letters. And they have a sign in at Beth Israel, I guess, from the Norfolk.
Oh,
Nimitz.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I'll have to look that up next time I'm in there. The thing about doing it here, though, is there's always goodies and coffee right
Always
there.
homemade too.
Homemade, yeah. Oh, yes. The Library Read at Home program continues. That's good. That's under control. If you don't use it, you should if you need it, because it's there. The library's great. Ray, the bus driver,
Delivers
handles it.
every other week.
You can't go wrong. Does Ray give manicures while he drops off the
No, he
books?
doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Okay, just wanted to check. Because he does everything. He's so good.
They're on a trip today to Whitman's in
What's that?
Northborough. It's a new grocery store that's opened up.
Oh,
somewhere.
Wedgman's.
Wedgman's. That's
See, I
right.
did help you. I
Thank
did
you.
something today
Good.
that I don't
And
normally
it's
have
in
to do.
Northborough, am I right?
Okay.
Okay. He doesn't know. He's agreeing with me. So that's where they've gone today because they were curious about the store.
I've heard
and-
about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Never been there. Oh, well. I hope they have a good time. But when they come back, they can sign up for manicures. And that's only $8 for the basic. And-
We have it twice a month.
But you got to call for an appointment so that we don't have people
She does do
standing in line.
pedicures too, but that's a little more.
A little more money, but all within the realm of cheap. A massage, whew, that's also another good deal.
It certainly is.
There's a lot of good deals here at the senior center. You can have your hair cut, you get a massage, you get toenails and fingernails painted.
Be perfect going out of here.
Do you
just
know,
feel
I've
so
noticed
good.
that like ladies' fingernails, they're putting designs on them.
Oh yeah, that's not new. That's old.
Is that old?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I tell you. Scrabble. Well, I've led a very sheltered life. I mean, I haven't been anywhere, done anything. Scrabble, how's that
baby.
going? That's every day, all the time.
Anytime you want
Anytime
to,
you
yeah.
want to
The
play
Scrabble
Scrabble,
board is
come
always
on
out.
over. But officially, because we have to have an official, 10 to 12 on Thursdays. Strength video. Some of these ladies are getting pretty strong, and the guys are starting to get wary.
They do it almost every day, but Thursday.
Wow.
Wednesday they start at 8:30 because they don't like to interfere with the cribbage people that
Oh,
come
sure.
in. So they've been starting a little earlier at 8:30. So,
Isn't that great, huh?
but yeah, and it's not just ladies that are taking
Oh, no,
it,
I see
too.
the guys there, too. I wonder if any of those guys have tattoos.
I don't
Left
know, but I'll
race.
check it out. I'll
They
check
don't
it
wear
out tomorrow.
Speedos or anything, do they?
I'll Can't you just picture that?
Now, that would be a taping.
I think I ought to maybe take up the camera, take some lessons.
That would be a scene and a half, man. Let me tell you, we'd be on NBC.
I'd have that camera ready at all times. It would be warming up in the corner, ready for action.
Ah, you're a devil. Here we go. Want to take a dip? You go head over to the Rentham Developmental Center. But you got to call ahead to make sure there's water in the pool. It really helps
We
when you
make
try
sure
to
there's a
swim.
lifeguard on duty and
Yep.
that they're not cleaning it.
Now, there's so many different styles, but this is Tai Chi Yang style. And Paula Sullivan, who hurt
Sullivan.
her hand. Did you see her hand?
Yeah,
Bannon?
skiing.
Huh?
I guess
skiing.
she was
something
sitting-
fell off a
She
lift
was
or something
going
and
up.
hit her hand.
She was going up on the chairlift, and when she got off, the guy next to her or something fell and
Oh, is that what
did-
happened?
yeah. But I guess this isn't the first act she has skiing.
Skiing?
It's crazy stuff like that.
She better take up auto racing or something.
That's what we told her. You're not allowed to go skiing anymore.
After a while, there must be a hint there somewhere. She's a beautiful lady. I hate to see her crippled. And hopefully she'll get over it fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And you can see Paula and her bad hand at 2 o'clock. Not 2 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock, but it's $2.
Right.
Texas Hold'em Poker, great time. We have a lot of fun. So everybody's welcome to come on down. The Walk Club, Betty Ray is not going to do the Walk Club anymore.
She resigned.
She resigned after many years of excellent service.
Yeah.
Did we give her an old pair of sneakers or something? No. Nothing, no?
No, but if anyone would like to, continue with it or another day, it doesn't
Yeah,
have to be this
if you
day.
like walking and you'd like to have some company,
Yeah.
Norma will put it in the
I
bulletin.
know that there's a group at River's Edge that walk.
There you go.
I asked one of the ladies if someone here really wanted to walk, if they could walk with them, as long as they want to walk. They walk pretty early in the morning, and as long as they want to get over there to River's Edge.
Well, I think that would be nice. There must be somebody out there who doesn't want to walk alone and like to have it a little organized. And then they can come back and have hot coffee and everything here. Watercolor class is just overbooked, right? People want to get in that class, and there's only so many spots open.
Well, there's only so many spots the teacher can really
Yeah, she's good.
control. Yeah.
She's really good. I understand her Grange, what do you call it, expo? No.
She had an art show, one-woman art show at the Grange, and
They said it
really
was terrific.
a success. It really was. I bought a painting.
Did you?
Yeah, of the barn down on Union Street.
Oh.
It's a red barn. It's on Union Street.
I don't know.
Barn.
I'm out of my element here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
And it was really neat. And she had put a gray frame around it, so a gray matting. And I bought a black frame and I hung it. It really looks neat. It's in my family room, which has barn board on the wall.
Oh, okay.
So,
right there.
So
You have a good eye.
It's a neat little picture. I'm trying to think of the people's name. Who lived down there? Is it on the corner of Union and what's that other
If
street?
you have a red barn anywhere near Union Street.
Oh. On the corner, what's that other street that if you're going down Union?
I hate to say this, but we only have 3 days for this show. I mean,
No, but I'm asking you, if you're down in the first street on your right.
A red barn on Union Street.
Maybe it's brown.
Okay, there's the color commentary for today, and Norma's got it. We'll report back next month.
I'll bring the picture in.
Bring the
'cause
picture
it's really neat. It really
I
is.
think that would be wonderful.
Show and tell.
Yoga, as opposed to Tai Chi, Mondays at 10 and Thursdays at 10:15. Why is it 10:15?
Because she teaches a class some other place and she
There you
can't
go.
get over here
See
at
that?
10.
There's a reason for everything.
And although during the month of February, because of the cribbage tournament, like I said before, it's going to be on Fridays.
Okay, so for that short period of time while we win our big trophies,
Right.
and that's only $2. Is it $2 downstairs as well as upstairs?
They only do it downstairs. Yes, it is.
Okay, so it's $2 in any case,
No matter where.
no matter where. How about out on the deck out there?
You know, if the weather was not, the deck's not big enough.
No, that's true. You got too big a crowd.
No.
Health screening. Let's do some Dr. Cooper on February the 6th. And he treats corns, calluses, and all that. Does a great job. People call all the time to
It's very popular.
see his services.
Very nice.
He's been around for a while with the great attitude that he has towards the senior folks. Speaking of great attitude, the Walpole area visiting nurse, fantastic.
They'll be here on the 20th.
The 20th of February on a Wednesday. So come on over. I've said it before many times, we have a health room, and you just go in there, close the door, talk about anything you want to talk about. And what said in the health store room stays there. It's like Vegas without the machines. Wednesday, nope, that's already,
Friday.
They've already been here. Okay, how about a special event?
On Friday.
Friday.
The 15th.
The 15th, the day after You eat all those chocolates.
They're going to, the Walpole visiting nurses will be here in a special program on blood pressure
Oh,
and what the different readings mean.
good.
And
I'm
then
sure
we're-
they'll take blood pressure.
I don't know if they're planning on doing that, but they're going to do a whole program on it.
Good.
And then right afterwards, it's only from 11 to 12. We're going to serve pizzas.
Pizza right after the health.
Right
Yes,
after
I
the
got you. This is a very special pizza. No calories, no fat, no nothing.
No,
Tastes
none
great.
of that. Oh, yes.
Tastes great, but none
We're
of that
going to
stuff.
have pizzas every Friday except the first Friday, which we're having a big turkey dinner. But there'll be pizzas every Friday at noontime during the month of February
I mean, we're going overboard.
until they run out.
And that until they run out of
We've been
Fridays or
given-
run out of food.
We've been given 4 cases of pizzas.
4 cases of
frozen,
pizza.
frozen.
But you're going to heat them before you pass them out.
Yeah, they won't be frozen.
Oh, they won't be frozen. Good. And you've got to thaw the turkey too, right?
It's already,
Remember you mentioned
it's
that.
already in the refrigerator,
Ah,
ready to
you're
go.
right on top of it. Okay, let's go
Because
shopping.
tomorrow is
Oops, sorry.
February 1st, so
It's true, it is.
all ready can you imagine?
Okay. Happens every year right about this time.
What?
February 1st.
February 1st, yeah.
Jerry's Place. We had a great feed there last time, and there's another great feed coming up. You can have roast pork. What are you going to have, roast pork?
I don't get seafood at home that much, so I'm going to have the seafood and broccoli Alfredo, but
Me
the
too.
roast pork is really good.
I know you usually have that.
I know, but not this time.
Okay, I'm good. That's what I'm going to have. So they just do a great job. The kids are just fabulous. And you've got special arrangements. We're the only ones there on a Monday. We got the place to ourselves.
The only thing wrong about being there all by yourself,
What's that?
you can't, they don't make any goodies, they don't sell any
Oh,
goodies
in the bakery
in
section.
the bakery
Probably
section.
just as well.
Oh no, there's stuff there, homemade bread. Oh,
They have great stuff. And, that's open to anybody that wants to go in except on Monday.
yeah,
and
but
Saturday and Sunday, of
I
course.
would call ahead of time because sometimes they don't have class because it's either Parents' Day or
Oh, sure.
a lot of times. So they really would like you to call that morning.
But let me tell you, if you go over there and you look in that case, it's hard to say, I'll have one of everything. And the prices are fantastic. And they serve lunch there, not just for seniors.
No, they
No?
have a regular menu. And we just have 2 choices to choose from. But anybody that would go over there
yeah.
anytime, they have a regular menu.
have a
You can
regular
get just a
menu.
cup of soup, you can get
And
a
the kids
salad.
are learning how to do all the good stuff.
And they always have
Great
fresh
teachers.
flowers or something on the table.
Head chef's a great guy.
Oh,
Always
yeah.
comes out,
Yeah.
talks to us. Coupons, we're still
Collecting them.
saving coupons, food and non-food. Book club's going on the 19th at the Schoolhouse Room in the Norfolk Library. And our favorite pals, the Friends of the Norfolk Council on Aging, they're allowed to take donations and money.
Yes,
We're not.
right.
Did we get that point across? Okay. They're going to get.
People don't understand that, though.
I know it's.
They don't know. They think the Friends in the Council on Aging are one and the same, but we're not.
No, they're 2 different groups.
They're a non-profit,
Yep.
private.
They really are, and they're here to support the seniors, which they do. Especially now, they seem to be supporting us in many, many different ways. And if we get a donation, it's got to go into the general fund.
So that's why we don't take
So that's why we don't
donations.
take donations. We're grabby. We want to keep it ourselves. And it says, don't forget to pay your friends' dues. Bill Crane is the president. Monica Weiss is treasurer. Thelma Ravinsky is a correspondence secretary.
And also the vice president.
She's got a dual job. Does she get double pay?
No. Yeah, she does.
Diane Boucher is the secretary, and we appreciate all their help. Boy, they're just great. Council on Aging meeting, February the 25th. We've got a few things planned, one of which is a antique roadshow coming up on May the 31st. Bob Gravowski did it a few years ago. It was a big hit, so we brought him back and he volunteered to come do it, tell you all the good things about whatever you bring and approximate worth. And he knows his stuff. The thing is, he gets so involved in telling you, he gets so deep, it's really great for you. You know what I mean?
I know,
We have
but
to
there's
move him
somebody
along.
waiting.
We have to move him along a little bit. So
Yeah.
we time it. So you won't have to wait for days and days. And it's going to start at 4. So you get here early, then when other folks, maybe non-seniors, come back from work, they want to come over, it's 4 to 8.
And there'll probably be a little refreshment here.
We will have refreshments, yes. We've got to set up that committee. No booze, though. It's going to be punch and whatever.
Whatever.
Something to eat.
That's me. Too far to think.
Yeah, it's too far away. You get a headache. Friends Luncheon is one on the 1st, which is, what, as we said, tomorrow. Full turkey dinner. Now, are these whole turkeys?
No, they're turkey breasts.
Turkey breasts.
Bone in.
Do you like white meat or dark meat?
I like the dark meat, but
Me
I
too.
I can eat both. And you put a little gravy on them,
You
which
don't
you're
know
not
the
supposed to
difference.
have.
I know.
So it's dressing and gravy and cranberry sauce and potato and peas.
Yeah.
Because we just had squash with the ham, so they
Yeah.
decided that would have peas.
I think that's great.
I don't like to serve peas here because they roll all over the floor.
And then we got to clean them up.
People step on them. That's why we haven't had peas for a long time.
We have a pea rolling
But someone
contest.
said,
It's amazing.
you haven't had peas in a long time.
We ought to have a pea rolling contest.
You think so?
I'll bet
Snapping
you-
peas, put them on your spoon.
That's what it is. You had a bad youth, I could tell. Your brother.
Yeah, led me astray.
I knew he was a devil. Thursday the 13th at noon, veggie lasagna. How is the ever eat veggie lasagna? Is it good?
We buy it at the Restaurant Depot store
Ah.
in the containers. It's already made, and it really is good.
Okay.
And that's the first day of Lent, so
Yes.
it's Ash Wednesday, so,
Veggie, what a good timing. And then
that's
you're going to
what
have
we're
other
gonna-
stuff with it.
Oh, yeah,
I
there'll be
shouldn't say
salad
stuff.
with it.
You're going to have other delectable dining pleasures with it.
Yes, and dessert and so forth. But that's our Valentine party,
Oh, that's right.
the 13th. We couldn't have it on the 14th because of the cribbage tournament.
Sure.
And it was easier to change that since we didn't have it in stone yet. It was just too hard to change the cribbage tournament to another time because it involved 3 other towns, and it just was too much. So we're having our Valentine party on the 13th
Good show.
instead of the 14th.
And Friday the 8th, 15th, and 22nd, cheese pizza. That's not the leftovers from the other pizza.
No, I have 4 frozen cases.
4 cases,
We
man.
thought we might doctor them up a little bit, though. I don't put
really?
pepperoni in some,
Throw some.
put some
Oh, yeah.
onion
Good
and
idea.
pepper. That was one of us seen. We were just going to do cheese, and someone said, they
Throw
why
something
don't you,
on there.
Yeah, why don't you doctor them up? And they're really the thick crust, and in the crust is cheese too.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Such low-cal pizza.
yeah, that's okay. The answering machine.
And all that only costs you $1. How could you go wrong? The Triad Special.
And the
sorry.
pizza was given to us from the executive office for Elder Affairs.
Oh, it was?
They called and asked how many cases I would like.
Wow.
And I said, well, what are the other towns getting? And they were getting between 8 and 12, but those were the big cities like Somerville. And
Oh, yeah, we're not a
so,
Somerville.
And so I said,
You'd have pizza for the
yeah,
next
they
2
kind of
years.
said, well, some of the towns are getting 2 or 3, so I went with 4.
Good. Grab 4. Grab
And I
one.
kind of thought,
Wow, that's
So they are free. We are charging $1 because we're going to have salad and
course, and
other
dessert and
things
all that.
go with it. And
unbelievable for $1.
I know.
Almost
I
as
haven't
good
tried
as
the
the
pizzas,
scrambled
so I
eggs
don't know
and
what
bacon.
they.
Pardon?
I haven't tried the pizzas, so I don't know what they look like. But I've just seen them. They're big slabs with the.
Isn't Bill Crane president and food taster?
Yeah, but he hasn't. We haven't tasted the.
Well, it's up to you. How about Triad? That's coming on February the 19th at 1. What is that so special?
They're going to show a DVD
Oh,
on the use of 911 in Massachusetts.
oh, good.
And the person on the DVD is Chet Curtis. Remember him from the news? Was it Natalie's
Oh,
husband?
yeah. Okay. All right, yes.
And so he's going to...
Oh, Chet Curtis. Yes, of course. He was divorced from Natalie, whatever her name was.
Jacobson?
Yes,
Was
very
it?
good.
Yeah. And so anyway...
Do you watch Inside Edition and all that stuff? You know, all the...
So anyway, he's going to be on the DVD.
Wow. All right, folks. The Norfolk Community League is coming in on the 19th.
So. And that's the... why we're not having the breakfast on that Tuesday.
Oh, that's the lady that's coming in
That's the
and
lady
tell
that's
us.
coming in. She's a dietitian.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a centerfold in this little baby that lists all of the items that we're talking about in the events and all. Look how full it is. And you just hang that on your refrigerator and you're off and running. And on the back of the calendar is the list of sponsors so that we can put this newsletter out to the folks in Norfolk. You can also get this news online.
Right.
Tell me about that. I'm not an onliner.
You just go to virtualnorfolk.org.
Virtualnorfolk.org.
And you arrow down to the Council on Aging, and when you bring that up, the newsletters are on the end. Sometimes it's under documents instead of newsletters.
So if I fold this correctly, we're back to bingo. No, that can't be right.
And they're going to be starting to advertise for new advertisement, people to advertise. So, the gentleman is going to be out, I think, next month, and so if anyone would like to advertise in the newsletter.
Oh, goes to everybody in every senior household in Norfolk, as well as, and back to the comments that we're getting about our 10th anniversary. Some of those folks are far from being a senior, saying how they watch the show. My neighbor, God bless her, she watches it. Sometimes it's on late at night, and she said it puts me to sleep. I think that's a compliment, but I'm not 100% sure. She may have been giving me a zing. Okay, how about some trips? You want to take a trip?
Sure.
Is that where we're at? Have we
That's
covered
where we
everything
are.
else?
That's where we're at.
My golly, it's just flying by. The folks are at Ridgman's having a good time, so you can't take that one. It's already underway.
Already happening.
But Betty has some other great trips. Whites of Westport, and that's Valentine's Day.
It's the same day as, well, it's a 13th.
It's the same day as the day
our
here.
party.
Is that a conflict of interest?
No, not really.
She doesn't like us?
No, it's just, that's
She's such
just
a nice
when it
person.
happened.
Well,
You know?
she's okay. Yeah. I'll have to talk to her about that. Sugar House and Farm Table Tour of Deerfield,
There was no
Mass.
interest in that, so I kind of think that's gone by the board.
See you later. Okay, how about Wright's Restaurant, Thursday, April the 11th?
That's still on.
And South Dakota. Betty says that's going big.
It is, it is. I thought the Balloon Fest would go quicker than that, but it didn't.
It isn't, huh? Nothing against South Dakota, but...
No, I kind of think it'd be interesting.
I
would rather go on that.
You would like to go?
Well, I've
to
already
South
been
Dakota?
to a Balloon Fest. They have one in New York all the time.
And you go to that.
I've been
You go
to
up?
it. No, I watch. I'm not going up on that.
It's great.
Is it?
It is absolutely the greatest ride you want to take.
Really?
No noise except when he fires up the Bunsen burner there. It is...
Yeah, they have them sometimes over in Rentham when they have the
They're tied.
Well, I don't know, because there was one that broke loose or something and landed in my
you
daughter's
break loose.
backyard.
That's exciting. That can get exciting.
She heard a shh, the dog started barking and going crazy, and she looked out, and there was this
Of course they
balloon
will.
coming down.
Yes.
He was just putting enough in to get up over the roof,
Sure he was.
and he landed in her backyard. I thought,
No,
this
if
is
you're on a
weird.
breakaway balloon, it's a little more excitement than the usual. They used to come over the house a lot because they'd want to drift over the stadium, but now I guess they can't.
They can't do that.
I
Maybe
think
it's
Homeland
the too
Security
many
shoot them
things
down.
happen.
I don't know, but so I took one. My wife gave it to me for my birthday, and it was unbelievably. It was so nice. It just drifted along. The lady that came on board, I don't know who she was. Someone gave her. She was white knuckle all the way, man. She just never took her hands off that basket.
I don't think I'd want to. I
Oh,
like
it was
my
good. It
feet
scares
on the ground.
horses. You got to be careful because it scares the devil out of horses. And we went over a barn where there was a horse, half in and half out. He was going bonkers. The owner came running out and called us some nasty names, and we moved along.
I hope so.
But there was a kid came out. It was early Saturday morning. We're drifting along. We drift over this house, and this kid comes running out, looks out the window, and wow, he's pointing to the balloon. So I just picture him going back to his folks and waking them up, saying, "Hey, there's a big balloon in our backyard." Of course, by the time they get there, we're gone. The kid gets in real trouble. Johnny, balloon, huh? Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta. That must be something. But you got to go up if you go. Wow, that's something. I might even think about that, baby. Income tax assistance. We had to spoil this whole thing by talking about
I
income
know,
tax.
and it's going to start right in February. It used to be on a Thursday, but scratch that, it's on a Wednesday this year.
I see.
Because of Thursday, all the cribbage tournament and
Yep.
everything going on, it just isn't any place to park here. So they're having it on Wednesday, and you have to call for an appointment, and they do 1 an hour, 9, 10, 11, and 12 until
Make an appointment.
the first week in April. You have to make an appointment.
But while you're waiting, you can have a cup of coffee and
Yes, you may.
look around the senior center and go, ooh, this is beautiful.
It is.
This is all, is there a charge for this?
No, it's through AARP.
Isn't that something,
The
huh?
dates and times aren't listed because we didn't know when it was going to be.
Sure.
We just found out, but it's Wednesdays.
Starting.
And starting the 1st of February, and the first Wednesday in February.
Yeah.
And please call for an appointment, that's all.
That's great service. Of course, if it's super duper complicated, I mean, if you own,
You have to go to
Yeah, if you
these
could
are for
go-
simple income taxes.
yeah, if you have gold hidden in your house and all that, they don't want to know any of that
And then
stuff.
they'll help you with the circuit breaker because that's
Yeah.
something that's really, if you're
They look,
qualified.
they're well qualified. They know all the things that are good for seniors and submitting their taxes. So you won't go to jail, they won't go to jail, but you'll get the best break going. Okay, you want to talk about the Council on Aging Board? We have
We have a
an
great board.
opportunity for one more person.
Yes, we do indeed.
It's a non-paying volunteer thing, but you have a lot of fun.
You do.
I've been on 2 or 3 versions of this board. This is the best. It's the best board that we've had. Because everybody
It's a
has pitched
combination
in.
of women, men.
Yes, it is, young and old.
It's yep, and
Yeah, you don't have to be a senior to be on the board. In
No.
fact, we encourage you, if you're not a senior, give us some new, fresh ideas. And that board is listed. These are folks, you might happen to know them. You can inquire, or you can come to a meeting, at
just
our
sit
next
in.
meeting, and just sit in, listen. There's no obligation.
it's always the third Monday of the month unless it falls on a holiday, which in February I think we have
Yeah,
a
we got
holiday.
one, yeah.
Then it's the fourth Monday.
Yep. So there it is. I think we've done it once again.
I think so too.
Starting our 11th year, we think. We're not really sure about the 10. It's more than 10, but
Oh goodness.
we don't want anyone to know that. So we thank NCTV again for putting up with us, coming to the show, and hauling all the gear.
Right.
And I have asked if Katie could talk to Steve so he gives a little promo. By the way, as a news item, the 4th chapter of the history of Pondville is going to be on TV soon. 3rd edition.
The third.
I was on it too. Seemed like 4. It's only the 3rd edition. There is a 4th coming up, but that's in the spring. That will cover the Route 1A area that Betsy Whitney and I are working on. So we want you to watch it because Pondville is really
A
where
lot of
we live.
interesting things, history down
Yep.
in the Pondville area.
And you'd encourage other folks, like City Mills must have a history that
Right.
not as big as or as good as Pondville, but then again, we live in Pondville, so
So we're kind of,
we're sort of prejudiced.
yes, a little bit. Just
Good to
a
see you all. Thank you very much, Norma.
Okay. Bye-bye.